Hello and welcome to HW News English. I am Shubham Chauhan. We are coming towards the end of day one of the Cockroach Conclave. That is what the Cockroach Janta Party is calling it. It is, of course, the all-important core committee meeting of the CJP here in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar at the residence of CJP founder Abhijit Dipke. This is a two-day meeting. The first day was today. You will have the next round of meetings of the CJP core committee meeting tomorrow at Dipke's residence. Now, HW News has been here outside Dipke's residence in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar for the entire day today. So in this video, we'll run you through the key developments, what we saw, and some of the key statements that CJP leaders made and some of the incidents that have come to light on social media. Let's start with what happened in the morning. Once CJP spokespersons Ashutosh Ranka, Saurav Das, Ratna Singh, and all the others who were part of the core committee of the CJP, once they arrived, they along with Abhijit Dipke addressed the media outside Dipke's residence. And one question that was on everybody's mind: what is the future of the CJP? That was the whole point of this two-day conclave, which Abhijit called the Cockroach Conclave. Everybody had the same question to ask: will CJP take the plunge into politics? Abhijit Dipke, while he did not categorically say no in as many terms, but what he did say is that, the state of the opposition today itself, given how the government is crumbling it using agencies and how the entire machinery is working to demolish the opposition, be it party defections, be it the election commission, and so on and so forth. So when we asked the flip question to him, is the CJP looking at itself as a pressure group? That is what Abhijit Dipke agreed to. He said that as of now, the Cockroach Janta Party is a pressure group and they will continue to raise the issues of the people, the issues that matter to them, the issues that matter to the youngsters. That is what Dipke said.
Abhijit, are you saying that the CJP will effectively be a pressure group and not a political party?
For now, the CJP will be a pressure group because what India needs exactly right now is a pressure group.
Along with that, he was also asked about the student protests in Jharkhand, where you're seeing really heartbreaking visuals of students on the streets of Jharkhand braving the rain, demanding accountability from the Hemant Soren government. Like I said in the morning report to you, that the CJP has been accused of soft peddling on this issue because it is an opposition ruled state. That is the JMM of Hemant Soren, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, and the Congress. Abhijit Dipke was very clear that the CJP is supporting the students protesting in Jharkhand. He said some of their team members are already there, and if need be, Dipke said he and his team will go to Jharkhand as well. And that was what he said on the Jharkhand protest. And of course, he said that the next 2 days, the core committee will sit together, brainstorm, discuss, and chart a roadmap as to how they see the CJP moving forward.
हमारे जो झारखंड के जो साथी हमारे वो ऑलरेडी वहां पर है और जरूरत पड़ी तो हम लोग भी जाने के लिए तैयार और हम जाएंगे जरूर. और हमारी उनसे फोन पर बात भी हुई, वीडियो कॉल पर बात हुई और हमने कहा है कि आपके आंदोलन को मजबूत करने के लिए जो हो सकता है वो कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी करेगी और उनकी जितनी भी डिमांड्स हैं हम उनका पूरा समर्थन करेंगे.
Now, following that, once the meeting began, of course, this was held, like I said, at the residence of Abhijit Dipke. Since morning, and that has been the case for the last few days, you've seen a steady stream of people. In fact, you can see perhaps some of them behind me still. What is interesting to note is that the kind of people who showed up here outside Dipke's residence to meet him, to share their problems with him, were not just from Sambhajinagar, were not just from Mumbai, were not just from Maharashtra. They were from different parts of the country. One was from Chhattisgarh, the other was from Tamil Nadu. There were people, students, youngsters, activists trying to meet Dipke and explain their problems to them. And you had from time to time, in the middle of the meeting, you had Abhijit Dipke come downstairs, not talk to the media. He just met these people. Someone had a letter to show. Someone just came to offer their support. Some came from Gujarat to offer their support. You had a senior citizen who came here and offered his support to Abhijit Dipke. And you've had, over the course of the day, Abhijit Dipke come down from his house from time to time to just meet these people, not speak to the media. In the morning, he was, of course, there's a video of him offering tea to the journalists who have been stationed here all this while since morning. Then there's a visual of him recently just distributing cake, meeting people, accepting their gifts, accepting what they have to say, and then going back for the meeting. So that is what we saw here in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar outside Dipke's residence. A steady stream of people, in fact, still continues, still wanting to meet Dipke and Abhijit Dipke, the CJP founder, being very patient with all the people that have come. He's meeting them, he's hearing them out, and it almost gave you a sense that the people who had come here to meet Dipke had neither faith or trust left in the government, nor they had faith in the opposition. What they did look up to was Abhijit Dipke and the Cockroach Janta Party to give them a solution to their problem. That is what one could see when you saw these people come from different parts of the country to meet Abhijit Dipke. Now, what happens later with these grievances, that's another chapter or another story altogether. But that is what the picture today in Sambhajinagar is something that we saw. The other big and more concerning development that came in at about 2:30 is when Saurav Das, who is also part of this meeting here at Dipke's residence, he put out a post on social media platform X. He gave an SOS saying that some YouTubers and news channels have made their way inside his house in New Delhi. Saurav Das, of course, called it a great invasion of his privacy, and he's urged the Delhi police to help protect the privacy of his family. Once Saurav Das put out that tweet, you've had the likes of Derek O'Brien who replied to Saurav Das's tweet on X saying that they will raise this issue up in Parliament, and several people on social media, of course, came out in support of Saurav Das. The fact that his family was being put at risk, their privacy was being invaded. Saurav Das's address was all over the place, and not just that, the CJP team and Saurav Das have repeatedly maintained that there are people who've been making absolutely bizarre and baseless allegations with regards to the rent that Saurav Das is paying, with regards to where the money is coming from, questions on funding, all of that. But this was something that happened at about 2:30 when Saurav Das posted about this concerning development. And a little while later, you had Ashutosh Ranka and Ratna Singh, the spokespersons of the Cockroach Janta Party. They came down to give a bite to the media, where they expressed their concerns at what had happened with Saurav and his family and his residence in Delhi. In fact, Ashutosh Ranka specifically mentioned the name of Abhijit Iyer Mitra. He's a familiar face on social media. His comments and views, he's someone who's made derogatory remarks against women in the past. There's a court case against him as well on that front. And the CJP leveled allegations against Abhijit Iyer Mitra that this man has been directly trying to make baseless allegations and also discredit the entire movement altogether. And they cited an earlier instance of the Jantar Mantar protest, where a woman showed up at the protest, which Abhijit Iyer Mitra later said was his colleague. And you had this, the reasoning that Mitra and his supporters gave, that they were there at Jantar Mantar to expose the reality of the CJP protest. That was the explanation that was given today as well. Ashutosh Ranka, in that media bite, he urged the Delhi police to take strict action.
अभिजीत अय्यर मित्रा, जिसको बड़ा मजा आता है इस तरह की उल्टी सीधे बातें फैलाने में, लोगों को भड़काने में, मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन फैलाने में, उसको हम ये बता देना चाहते हैं कि ये चीजें एक हद तक ही टॉलरेट की जाएंगी। आप सीजेपी के प्रवक्ताओं पर, हमारी टीम पर अगर इस तरह के झूठे आरोप लगाएंगे तो या तो आपके पास उनका प्रूफ होना चाहिए, वरना अगली मुलाकात सीधे आपसे कोर्ट में होगी।
Ashutosh Ranka also touched upon the fact that another popular man in the right-wing ecosystem, Mr. Sanjay Dikshit, who also runs the page Jaipur Dialogues, he has been criticized heavily for doxing a 15-year-old girl, for revealing her name and her face. The same girl whose videos showed up on social media, where she was seen abusing the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. So Ashutosh Ranka also said that on that front, the CJP will explore legal options on what action to take against Mr. Sanjay Dikshit. About Abhijit Iyer Mitra, the CJP was very scathing in its criticism and said that the Delhi police needs to take action against this man, or they said that the next option will be to go to court. And Ashutosh Ranka was very clear that if the Delhi police thinks they have any reputation left, if they have some saving grace, they should take this action against Abhijit Iyer Mitra. So that was another important development that happened today. So what next? Where is the CJP heading? What are the plans? When will the CJP roll out its roadmap for the future? that is something that we'll have to wait for another 24 hours. Abhijit Dipke said that the CJP will address a press conference tomorrow in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, where they will speak about their plan in detail, and they will tell the world and the people and their supporters where they see the CJP heading from now on after the success they saw at Jantar Mantar, which ended in the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, who's now the former education minister. Dipke said that the roadmap will be cleared tomorrow, and that is something that not just Sambhajinagar, not just Maharashtra, the entire country will be glued to see where this satirical movement, which translated into an on-ground protest, a successful one, where does this go? By the looks of it, as of now, Abhijit Dipke and the CJP haven't given a positive indication on whether they'll form a political party. But what Dipke was clear in his comments today, that the CJP will act as a pressure group, where they will demand accountability from the government, where they will raise issues of public importance, and where they will ensure that they live up to the expectations and the faith that people have shown into the Cockroach Janta Party. So another 24 hours before we get to know where the CJP is heading next and their future roadmap. We'll of course be here in Sambhajinagar tomorrow for the all-important press conference of the Cockroach Janta Party. We'll get you all the latest developments from ground and all the other related developments on this critical story. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.